This is a demonstration of how our machine for wire brushing timber and woods planks is working with different combinations of brushes. Actually, we are working with a series of 3 brushes in Tynex: grit 36, grit 60 and grit 120. The combination of these 3 brushes will give an effect on our soft fir wood that you will see in the video. So let's turn on the first brush, second brush and third brush. Now give a look to the effect. Vai! Okay, let's give a look against the light. You will see the grain of the wood has been escaled in very wide capability, so we enlarge the grain and we have a wire brushed very round. But thanks to the last brush, that is a Tynex 120 grit, we have a soft touch effect and we can apply any kind of finish like impregnation product or stain or lacquers with no problem, and also oils of course, because the grain of wood is absorbing perfectly. Okay, now we change combination. We have soft cords of steel brush as first. The second is the hardest Tynex grit 36, and then we clean with the Tynex 120. Let's give a look to the effect we will make with this combination on soft fir wood. La controluce. Okay, here we see the effect combined of our steel, more Tynex, the hardest Tynex, and the combination of the last cleaning brush will give a more deeply esclaved effect in one step only. Let's see on the second part that actually is flat, as you can see. Come on. Non abbiamo un gran sistema di aspirazione qua. And here we see that the combination of these 3 brushes will give us a more efficient effect in the graining of soft wood. Okay, now we change the setting. We have the soft cords steel in the first brush. We add a second very hard steel brush on the second head, and then we clean definitely with the same Tynex 120 grit. Let's change it. As you can see, the 2 steel brushes are working much more rough effect. So we will go exclaiming also the hardest part of the wood, because the second brush is very much hardest, and the steel is making such a destroyed effect. But mettila di fianco a quella. You can see the difference between the first combination of steel, Tynex, Tynex, and steel, steel, Tynex. In my personal opinion, on soft wood, this is the best combination. As you can see, we are giving a deep effect of wire brushing on the grain, also 3-4 millimeters, and you have the sensation of a very destructured wood, almost old, aged, with an oxidizing effect, with some specific professional effect of stains and aging product or active stain. You can make this board become like an aged, reclaimed flooring. Now we want to show you only the effect of that hard steel brush, as we lifted the Tynex brush that is necessary to finish and smooth and clean the board after the effect of the esclaving Tynex or steel brushes. We'll lift also the first steel brush, and we will work only with this one on that board. Let's give a look. So let's start the traction belt and the brush on the middle. Let's give a look. Come on. Bye. As you can see, only one brush can make really a very distressed effect, but you will have the surface completely full of grained wood, as you don't work with the Tynex cleaning brush. So it's very airy and not smooth and not flat. What I want to show you is the difference between using steel brush and Tynex, so deep esclaved and clean, or only one steel brush. You have the effect of esclaving to go deep inside, but you don't have a smooth effect, so it's not possible to apply any kind of stain or lacquer or oil or finishing impregnating product on that kind of surface. We take off now the Tynex brush 120 grit, and we put on this lamellar paper drum. The lamellar paper drum is just to smooth and make flat the surfaces, so you don't need to use it, if not to make the floor or the wood or the timber completely flat or smooth before staining or lacquering or waxing. Okay, so let's give a look what happens if we use this brush on our machine. Only this brush. Now we have this lamellar drum, and we will use it to smooth that rough, flat surface. You see, it's dirty and full of little pieces of wood like this, so we will pass both sides to clean it perfectly. So, first of all, we act with the traction speed at the top speed, and we will set the drum. Bloccala un po'. Okay. Okay, and now we will act to work that way. Let's go. The surface become perfectly flat, really perfect, and it's like brighting because of the surface clean. Let's pass the other side. Vai dall'altra parte. You see the powder that is coming out. We don't have a powerful aspiration dust collector, but it's enough just to show you the effect.